welcome to the channel. What we're going to be doing today, and I promised this to a friend, was that we were going to run Torghast as a Disc Priest. Talk about our build real quick before going in, and run the whole thing as heals. Excuse me, I got the hiccups today. So let's go ahead and take a look at things. Alright, so we're going to start off. Let's take a look at what I have for build. Right now I'm using Schism, and most of the time priests are going to be using Angelic Feather, but because I am Night Fae and I have great movement ability through both Soul Shape and my own Void Priest, or Void Elf, so I have a teleport as well. So I decided to go ahead and go to Masochism just as kind of a self-heal. And it reduces all damage I take by 10%, so I'm set for that. We're going to take a look at Power Word Solace, which does damage, and it increases mana, but really, to be honest with you, running solo in Torghast, mana isn't really a problem per se. I have Shining Force here because what ends up being a big problem for us is clumps of enemies. So we're going to take Shining Force to maybe get a little bit of a kickback and a slow on that. I'm taking Sins of the Many. That's damage, and that's going to go diminished by each ally. Since it's just me, my damage is increased by 12%. I'm not going to be down very much. I take Purge of the Wicked. I could probably take Divine Star, but to be honest with you, I've just taken Purge of the Wicked so much that I'm pretty happy with it. And then finally, we're going to take Spirit Shell. We don't have to take Spirit Shell, okay? We can take something else. But the advantage that we have with Spirit Shell is, again, we're dealing with the clumping enemies. And so we want to be able to have an answer to that. I think I have everything I want. Yep. Okay. So, and I am doing Fracture Chambers because I have a quest in here. Okay. So this is going to solve. We're going to get our quest solved. I'm going to do the disc run that I promised a friend to do and show him how to do that, and then we're going to get the 570 Soul Ash. So let's go ahead and start our climb. Dun dun dun. Now I'm not going to, I don't know if there's anything special this week or not. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have. The first one here is that each different word spell that you cast increase your intellect by 5% by 5 minutes. So the word spells that we have is that I can get Power Word Fortitude and I can get Power Word Shield. This replaces, there's a Shadow Word tucked in here, so we can use that and get 20% buff by 5 minutes, or we can daze the target, and it reduces the target's movement speed. I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to take this one. This is a pretty good one right off the bat. So let's go ahead and buff up, and you can see that right now I have a 10% buff. So we're going to go ahead and go here, here, and we're just going to go ahead and start pruning the enemy. So right now, we've gotten, even though I have Purge the Wicked, it's still going to give me the effect on that one. So right now I have a 20% intellect buff for 5 minutes, and that's pretty solid. Now, we're starting easy, and I understand that. Things are going to be hitting light, and things are going to be dying easy, but it's going to get chunkier as we go along. Trust me on that. Got a couple of buffs here. Let's see what we got. So Mastery up by 3. That's not bad. And this one here gives a Psychic Scream. This is a big one for us, okay? we're going to want to increase our Psychic Scream both by time and by endurance necessary to break it. So those are going to be some of the pivotal abilities that we want to have. And by the way, while we're talking about things, understand I'm not great geared. I'm a whopping 190, which was real easy to get. I'm wearing mostly Covenant stuff and junk that I've gotten from doing World Quests and stuff like that. So nothing really fancy. I got a big 187 item in my Great Vault because I'm still lobby and still doing stuff. All right, so crap like this is what makes this ability great. I'm just going to go ahead and fire that off, and then I'm just going to teleport through. We're going to go ahead and put that on you, and the interesting part on that is that when I throw the penance on them, it gives, it spreads the love to other targets nearby. So I'm going to be looking at casting Power Word Solace. Oh, hey. Power Word Solace, I think, is actually going to be taking the place of that. I think I may be misquoted here. So let's do you. Keep our buffs up. I'm going to go here. Excuse me. I didn't get that one off in time. Did too much damage. So one of the biggest, like I was saying earlier, one of the biggest problems that we have with, we're going to let these guys come up, and we're going to swing. One of the biggest problems that we have is enemies that are clumped. So we're going to start seeing that come up. I'm not sure if we're going to get a ton of really bad clumping in here. It has, we're going to have this long corridor right here. We're going to see, you can see some enemies that are on here, but they're mostly chubs. There's going to be a little detour here and up here. I think in this area right in here, we should see a room, or actually down here, we should see a room where we're going to see some enemies that are kind of clumped together. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we had a mall rat buff? I'm just saying. Here's our buddy. Let's take a look at our talents here, body and soul. Because I'd love to tell you that I have everything memorized, and I don't. Alright, so that just gives an increased movement off of shielding. Not necessarily bad, but we're going to go, I'm going to go versatility. I want more oomph. Okay. And then off of this one here, I get an increased mastery. So we're going to be looking to beef our DPS. This is going to go upstairs. Let's go ahead and take care of him right now. Now, one of the problems that we have, yeah, I don't have a silence. And that's going to be one of the issues that's going to be a concern of ours throughout this. But fortunately, we do have a fear. I have the Psychic Scream, which isn't bad. So with discipline running in Torghast, it's just patience. That's what I actually wanted to do, not the... We're just looking for a patience fight, right? So this one's going to go upstairs, and that's going to be our exit. So we don't want to continue this way. We want to go this way. Excuse me, I have allergies really bad, so we're going to have a sniffies day, I think. So we got these guys. We're not going to worry about them too much. We're just going to dot them up and walk on down. Because one of the things we want to do is we do want to try and stretch our capabilities. We don't want to be lagging. We want to always be trying to push forward because this does take a bit of time. I don't use mind control, so I don't care. That might be a thing, but really, to be honest with you, mind control does nothing. I haven't been impressed with mind control in the priest kit for a long time. It just, yeah, whatever, who cares? Who cares? Once upon a time, it might have been a thing, but it's not anymore. And there's so many downfalls onto it that I've pretty much forgotten that I have mind control and mind vision. I mean, seriously, what the heck? Okay, so we did everything here. We got everything there. So short floor. And I think that's because this is a quest Torghast. But that really shouldn't apply because it's still a normal. It's not the Keystone Torghast. Alright, so we're going to do everything in here. I'm not into doing speed runs. I'm into doing success runs, but I always want to press my capabilities. Yeah. And I really should be making sure that I have an atonement up. Let's go ahead and dot ourselves with this and this just to make sure we're good. What do we got here? I got 5. Yeah, okay, so I did get all 5. So I have 25% bonus to int. We're going to do you. Throw you on there. Get you up there. You. Not you. Now you. I was forbearance. Couldn't cast on myself. Now, this one right here, we're going to go ahead and pop that. So what that does for me is that I'm going to take no damage for several seconds. And I only did that just to show you it. That one, really, to be honest with you, we're not going to use on single targets. We're going to save that one for the clumped groups. This one is kind of okay, I guess. I really don't care about that one. This one isn't bad per se, but I'm not doing a whole lot of that either. So we're going to go ahead and take the Phantasma, which I think is a decent thing. We'll see what we can get out of the store. Shop for some specifics. Okay, I need to blow my nose, so I'm going to turn the mic off for a second. I do apologize for that, but like I said, I have allergies pretty bad, and they're really hitting today. So running this, your damage output is nowhere near, say, shadow levels, but at the same time, your speed at completing the run due to the downgrades based on healer, both for health, etc., is a big thing. We're going to go ahead and scream you. Just because I feel like being a butt. Ooh, I bonked him off the... Ha-ha! That was cute. Okay, so we have 5 minutes. Again, my int is increased by 25%, and I haven't consumed any buffs, any foods, any flasks. Come on, let's go. I need to stop being lazy and use my pad. There's a reason why I have this set up. So we're going to go ahead and flip that. I have to take that because I have no choice on that one, even though it's an ability I don't care about. Alright, let's go ahead here. And make sure we're set for that. I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here. Here. So the reason why I have the Razor Orbos set up is because key bindings are faster than mouse presses. And there's no debating that. It's 100% truth. So I have a kind of a complex setup in that I have, oh hey, we have an additional 8 seconds added to our Psychic Scream. I need to start getting the requires more damage to break buff. But anyways, I have a complex setup, and then what do? I tend to fall back to old habits. Lost Faye. So I made a move, you know, we discussed this, and I had actually been looking at shifting to Kyrian anyways, and the more that I looked at what I saw, the better I liked the concept. Um, I think that it really adds to my arsenal as a Shadow Priest. The Fey Guardians thing is brilliant, and we're getting a buff to it. So they're gonna linger for using the Fey conduit. We're going to get a 80% of them hanging around and buffing with the taper off, as opposed to the 60% that we have now. And that's pretty impactful. I think that's going to be a big deal. But I felt that it added more to my kit. We can see the exit over here, but we're going to come over here and cause problems. So I don't need Venthyrs teleport because I have that. I really don't need Maldraxxus's shield, right? Because I have shields. I mean, they're built into the class. So being able to pick something different that's going to expand our kit, to me, was really pivotal. Having the soul shape movement ability is fantastic. It's probably, in my opinion, one of the best things. Gain the shield discipline talent or extend the duration of Purge the Wicked. I have shield discipline, don't I? Shield discipline. When it's absorbed, I restore my mana. I don't care about mana. We're going to go with Purge the Wicked. So we're looking for the damage buff. So this one right here, talk about really adding to our kit. Holy smokes. You know? What an absolutely great movement ability. And if you kept the other one, I didn't. I went ahead and chose to get the damage reduction off of through the use of masochism. Alright, we're going to go here. What do we get here? Oh, look at this. This is going to do additional damage and healing. And that's going to buff that, or I can acquire this one. This one, I'm going to take the Fabulous Lantern. That is great. Because I'm weaving my Fey Guardians into my my rotation, and they have a great spot in it, and I really enjoy using them. So, all right, so let's go ahead and fire this off. Since we want that, let's go ahead and power infuse. Yeah, I'm just really so appreciative of being able to shift into discipline form for the Torghast. It's really impactful, I think, and it takes all the we're gonna do this. There we go. So you saw me take a pretty big damage spike there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and steal that. Now I can get an absorb shield for the Phantasma. And we're pretty low, so that would mean floor 4 and 5. That's going to be really good at. Purge the Wicked is more damage, but we're going to take Protective Phantasma. I think that's a good one. So that means that even things like shattering the barrels and stuff is going to give us a buff. So these guys here are going to pad our Soul Remnant's Blessing, so that's nice. So when I come to these guys here, before I buy from the broker, I'm going to eliminate the RNG threat of me buying something and then getting in RNG something I didn't want by actually knocking out the RNG first. Don't want. That one's not bad. We're gonna go for you though. We're gonna be working on getting our fears up, right? So what we want is we want to start getting Mask of Sheer Terror. All right, so this one right here means that I have to do 400% more damage before I break my own Scream. So yes, please. Let's take a look at what else we have. Catharstic is okay. This means that any damage that I take, 20% of it's going to be stored in here. The next Purge the Wicked deals that to my target. But I do a lot of purging. So that's going to get drained a lot. So I don't know if that's a good one. More damage to feared guys. Purge the Wicked, getting more damage off of that. Vampiric Embrace, Pain Suppression, Guardian Spirit, don't care. Enchanted Shroud, this one reduces magical damage, so we're going to go ahead and take that. That's a good one. We'll re-kick our Word Fortitude. And this one right here, this is a really good one. Getting damage from doing, or getting heals from doing damage, which is, we'll go ahead and back that up. I have plenty of damage on that one. That one kind of really flips me into overdrive. All right, so this one is cute. I would get 1.5 minutes of immunity to damage, but I'm not really worried about that. We're going to go ahead and take more versatility. Okay, let's go on up. So let's go ahead, refresh you so that we get the you know what I should be doing too is I should be taking a look at firing that puppy off a little bit more often. I forget about that. That really, we do have the Mind Seer is built into our class as a whole. So it doesn't matter what spec you're in, you're going to have that available to you, which is a nice little buff, especially if you're doing dungeoning and you're running as heals, and you've got your you target all yummied up and everything's looking good. Why not? All right, so what we're going to do here is we're going to kind of do a little bit of tanky stuff. We're going to do a distance pull. And if you're at your maximum distance, you're going to be able to usually pull them without a whole lot of ads. There's no guarantees, but we went ahead and power infused because remember we have the buff from our additional Fey Guardian that we need power infused to trigger, and well, we probably won't need power infused for a while. Psychic Talent Voice, Psychic Voice Talent. Let's take a look at what that one is. That one reduces the cooldown of Psychic Scream. Alright, so we have 1 minute. That's a 30-second. We're going to take that. That is a decent addition to our kit. We will take that. I didn't really need that. Not much of a problem, really. This one's going to be interesting because what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these guys here. And we're going to choose not to free them yet. Alright? Because these guys here go absolute insane. And we're going to go ahead and get the stuff we need to. We're going to go ahead and nope, we're going to go ahead and make these guys loose. They're going to come in, they go bonkers, they start killing everything, and we're just going to follow them through. And see, now I have these roaming tanks. That are just going to let me get sloppy, which isn't always a good thing. They're going to allow me to just really kind of let them tank, and I'm going to follow along behind them. Damage, that's a solid one. We like that. Let's come up here. Let's get Crowman. Crowman the Barbarian.
I'm out of range.
And these guys here are going to start taking out all the mobs, right? So this is going to start getting very interesting. We're going to let them handle it. There are sacrificial lambs. Okay. Go get 'em, boys. We're going to go ahead and pop that because we've got a group here. It's not a group that I'm worried about, but we're just going to reinforce that gameplay because what it allows us to do is protect ourselves from the big mob damage while we clear off some of the chaff. So that's why we do that. They're going to go after Crowman's target. We'll go ahead and dot them up too. So just to take a look at us right now, we have a 50% intellect increase because of the way those buffs stack. So that's a pretty tasty thing. And see, he's now busy running and we can just pound on him. Oh, we got the boss. Party time. go ahead and take you, fire you off, and let's take care of the boss now. Let's go ahead and do a little AoE. Crowman is making me think of Morgan Freeman and Robin Hood, because he's just over there standing, and in my brain I'm like going, I needed help, and you know, I'm here to help you, and yeah, but it doesn't include prayer time or meal time or any other time that I need your assistance. And he was like going, you run like a mule, you are still alive. And we are, okay. So we're gonna hide you right now. Let's go ahead, complete that quest, and add him to our repertoire. And let's, oh, we need to pick this one. All right, 20% of the damage you take is stored. Increased Phantasma earned. We're on floor 4. That's not that big of a deal. Let's take a look at Shield Discipline again. What's on that row? Don't care. You don't care about Shield Discipline. Let's go with Catharstic. Damaging an enemy whose health will disembowel them, immediately killing them. Yeah, let's disembowel people. I like the concept. Oh, he's behind me, that's why I'm not hitting him. Disemboweled. Disemboweled. All right. So we have let's go ahead and get this dude here. And our Phantasma is going to give us a little shield. Let's go ahead and go up to our final clearing floor. And so yeah, it's been a little bit slow, and I don't deny that. But the question is going to be, but have you been successful? And that's ultimately the important part, is have you been able to clear your dungeons successfully? And so I enjoy having that level of reliability that Discipline's going to add. You know, I'm gonna shield right now. I'm gonna start my damage rotation on this guy here. I got some guys coming up over here. They're gonna be okay. I don't care. Let's power infuse. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's do this. We've got all the damage situation. We've got everything under control. Okay, we really do. I'm gonna get some AoE going. get our shield back up. We're going to go ahead and pop you. Easy peasy. Now we're going to loot the Phantasma, which is going to give us a decent shield. What did he give me? Movement speed reduced, haste reduced, decreased by 10%. And a powerful Tower Sentinel is on this floor. Now I can remove that. I'm not going to. I'm going to take it. We're going to take the health increase. That's pretty tasty. We should be seeing a beefy guy show up a little bit later. Yeah, Stucker Cave. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. Now, normally when I get a stupid boss like that one, right, that has one of those stupid, I just, when they come with a penalty that you have to clear off of, ultimately the question is, why did you even give me the boss then? If it's going to come with some sort of ridiculous penalty that I need to spend my Phantasma, or I need to spend my Anima power to remove, that just, in my mind, just kind of annoying. Here's a couple of them that I think are pretty impactful, and so I would do that. I would choose to remove as opposed to take the power for. I think this one's going to be okay. Soink. I don't want to do that, but I did. Longer Psychic Scream, not bad. Power Word Shield goes up. My health has gone up, so my shield is going to be even more impressive. Hey, Saw. Yeah, I'm just really pleased with Kyrian. I think Kyrian's the right choice for Shadow Priest. It's not bad for Disc Priest for solo work. I think it's great. I think if I were healing Disc Priest, then I would want to, and I mean full-time healing Disc Priest, then I would want the more impactful, higher damage Covenant abilities like, say, Mind Games. So as you can see, we're on floor 5, which is supposed to be pretty chunky, right? And we're still having a pretty easy go of things. So now I'm not gonna lie, I am eye level 190, but again, that's not a big thing. This would probably be much more impactful if I was, like, say, back when we first started this, when you're a massive eye level 160, and trying to do this, and they've toned this down quite a bit as well. I still like the difficult aspect of Torghast. You know, I liked it when it was difficult, but in some cases it was like impossible when you had too much enemy clumping. Like this one isn't bad, but what I've seen is I would see all of these mobs around here actually clumped on these guys in the center. And that's like, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, it's like I can't deal with that. But here we're just gonna clean some peeps off because we can. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I'm going to have to take a look at moving that. Because somebody's big fat fingers hit the wrong thing. So we're just going to do the old standard. Clear some of the guys around from the outside. And fortunately, when they're like this, it's not necessarily terribly bad. I've actually had it to where, you know, I've just bypassed them entirely because I was just not in the mood for dealing with the shenanigans. One of the things you want to be careful on there too is watch when you trigger your AoEs, okay? That you don't get splash damage on the guys that you're trying to avoid. We're actually going to take them out. There's no reason not to. But we're just going to clean around them so we don't have to deal with the rest of this junk. Okay. Buff. Let's go ahead and take you. I'm going to fire you. I'm going to fire you. I'm going to go here. And then I'm going to just come on up. Okay, so that worked out really well. We ended up getting that one guy down just fine. We're not going to have to use our shell or our psychic scream, but we could. But we could if we needed to. We had that up and ready, so that was a pretty easy encounter to manage. Nothing really fancy there. Fractured corridors is really not that difficult. It's probably one of the easier ones, if not the easiest one to do. Cold Heart Insurtertia, or whatever it's supposed to be, I can never pronounce that right. That one isn't necessarily hard, but because you're dealing with the walls and stuff, those can be really problematic. I've gotten punted off a couple of times. And when I first started playing it, I was really getting pretty livid about getting feared all over the place because, you know, then I would turn around and fat finger myself off the edge. And that would always get me a little bit torqued. You don't want to see me torqued. Alright. think we're going to end up wrapping around. Let's take a look at that. We had stuff over here. I think we're going to end up wrapping around. I also think that because the other direction is so far away, if we don't wrap around, I think I'm going to do the oh well, don't care aspect. And just ignore it. We didn't wrap around. Okay. I'm not going to go back unless, nope, he's right there. Okay, that's fine. Alright. So this has been a pretty easy run. I might capture the other one too and put it up just because to show you what it's like to go through the scorched one. That one's a challenge. Make sure I have what I want. Okay, we're here, we're here, we're here. Really wanted to do that the other way around. And you can see we're not. This is a byproduct of them maybe undertuning Torghast a little bit, because I really should be having a little bit more challenge. You'll find it on other floors. You'll find a much more aggressive gameplay awaiting you. This is like the, this one is the, oh, that's why we got this. Okay, Roger. This is the same floor grouping that you're going to get for the, your quests. The rescue so-and-so, the do so-and-so. The only ones that you'll see is you'll get slightly different flooring, like okay. Let's get Barrack down.
There he is. Oh, and still always lives. About time. Thank you for your assistance. I should probably use a little more caution in the future.
I'm going to go for Phantasma on that. We're going to load ourselves up on the final one. Alright, so here we go. Let's go ahead and take this guy down. We'll go here. You. And because we can, we're going to go ahead and scream them. Because I want you to see what this does for us and why we like this. I have a nice long psychic scream that I can just sit here and bring damage on them with, right? No threat, no issues. And now that he's back, I can go ahead and put the shell on if it was something that I was worried about taking a lot of damage. And easy peasy. This one's pretty cool. I like that. Psychic Scream lasts another. This one is worthless where we're at right now, so we won't mess with that. Okay. This one is okay. We're currently sitting an additional 12 seconds. I don't think 4 is going to make it. We're actually going to take the fade. Okay. This one's going to be a little bit handy. It's a little bit defensive and offensive at the same time. None of those was really critical. I would have liked to have had another 400% damage, but I think we can actually purchase that. Yeah, Ardenwild. Stupid Covenant. Okay, so this guy here is kind of a problem. Garrus the Unchained. We're gonna look him up real quick. Make sure that I remember. If I think on this one right here, we have to prevent him for interrupts when he does corporeal. It's a DPS race. Okay. Don't need you. We're going to take red hot pokers and get that crit. We're going to take pain wheel. We need damage. We're looking for damage on this one here. Critical strike chance is increased. We're going to take that. We're going to take reflecting damage back. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to go ahead and take increasing my health. Wailing Visage, I don't want that. And then I'm going to take you. Alright, so we got a pretty fat stack here. We're going to take you as well because we're going to fear him, and we're going to keep him rigged up. I don't have anything to eat. We're going to go ahead and take that. We're going to take the haste buff from our Nosh. Alright, this guy here, we do not want to go incorporeal. Alright, we're gonna only be able to block some of it, but not all of it, because we don't have an interrupt. All we have is the one screen. So we're gonna go ahead and use that and try and keep him busy. Okay, let's try this. See what we got. I'm gonna fire you. Get in there. Go you. Yeah, see? And then we're gonna scream you, and I'm gonna try and get as much damage in as I can. Man, that was not much at all, was it? He turned back with a quickness. So, this is when we get guys like this, these DPS races. These are ones that are always a challenge to us. Because I'm just not going to we're gonna scream you again. Okay, so that was pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and take that up. We're going to go ahead and pop our shield. Not so much that I'm worried about anything, but I want to make sure that we're not getting surprised. You know what I'm saying? See, he's starting to hit... Oh, hey, we got him. Okay, cool. I don't have to worry about that. I think I took most of my damage from his dying. Alright, so awesome. There's our Soul Ash. We got a Maw Crawler pet. That's a new one for us. Got a couple of bags of junk inside here, and easy peasy. So that's how you run this in disc. You're looking for the big things that you're looking for on this one. Not so much worried about defenses because you have defenses. In my opinion, your best abilities that you're going to be looking for is you're going to be looking for the additional time for your psychic scream. So look for Wailing Visage. And then the other big one right here is Mask of Sheer Terror. That means that they have to take additional damage off of you before it breaks the fear. And I think that's really pivotal. Everything else is just kind of buffing around that one. Horrific Dictionary. That one is a great one because look at what we have right here. 60%. I have Fortitude, Shield, Barrier, Radiance, Solace, and Death. I have all my words up on that one. I have 60% int buff from that one remaining because I've got a double stack off that one. So take a look at that and how that's going to empower. And that's one of those things. Look, I forgot Power Word Radiance is in there as well as part of that team. So that really buffs everything. Is that? That's Soulless. That's you. That's you. So, you know, you get a lot of buffs off of that one. So be looking for your Horrific Dictionary. Be looking for Mask of Sheer Terror. Be looking for the Wailing Visage. And then everything else, really, to be honest with you, is just kind of icing on the cake. Okay, those are your big ones right there. So I hope that helps when you take a look at that. And I hope that shows you that Disc is actually a viable candidate, mostly because it reduces the boss's health, it reduces their hits, and it gives you so much survivability. We didn't see any big clumps, but we would get that if we overpulled, which is a problem that we have with Priest. Shadow Priest is being able to knock down enough enemies at a time, whereas Disc gives you the opportunity to just really work your way through them. Self-buffing, constant healing through your Disc Atonement, and really good stuff. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope this helps you, and I hope it shows that you don't need to be afraid of Disc and to get in there and see what that does for you. As always, I just want to mention that I am a member of Ruin Gaming. You can see us at discord.gg/ruin. You can also look us up on the internet, ruingaming.com. Consider joining us. We have a large community. We have approximately 10,000 members on Discord, and we have guilds on multiple servers. And we're here to help you be the best that you can be. We're not here to dictate what you can be. You don't have to join our guilds. You can still join with all the community activities. We do have guilds, multiple guilds on some servers, but we have guilds on something like 18 servers to include to include some Oceanic and South America servers as well. So we're here to help you. We're here to help you make your achievements. We're doing routine runs, doing the world rares and getting anima, usually about 700 to 800 anima a night, just running the world rares and getting mounts and achievements and toys and gear. And during Christmas, we were calling it Loot Santa. We're still doing Loot Santa Claus. And then hopefully when World PvP picks up, we're going to be forming teams out on the battlefield. That's what we do. I'm also a member of the Ahead of the Curve rating team, so there's plenty of stuff on there, but PvP is our focus. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, take a look. Find us on, like I said, discord.gg/ruin, and or just hit me up in a message and I'll help you get tied in. So anyways, thanks for watching, and we will catch you later.